What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So I've been wanting to do this video for a while, but I had to wait just a little bit because I wanted everything to go through, and then I can give you the complete story. And so, yes, someone tried to take $15,000. Actually, they did. They took $15,000 from my account. And so I'm going to tell you about the story, and then I'm going to tell you what I did in the end in order to keep this from happening again. So this happened, it was a couple months ago, and I had just come home from Colombia, and I received a message. Now, I have a lot of different credit cards. I travel a lot, so I get these travel credit cards, and some of the higher end travel credit cards, they will offer you credit monitoring, okay, for free. You don't have to pay for it. And so I have credit monitoring on 3 of my credit cards, plus I also pay for credit monitoring through Experian. And so one morning I wake up, and my routine when I wake up, generally I will go through my emails just to see if anyone's sending me emails, something I need to respond to later that day. And so I see that I received 2 emails, and it was from credit monitoring from different credit cards. And it indicated that I opened up a new account. And I'm thinking to myself, I haven't opened up a credit card account in over 2 years. So what is this all about? And so first I was thinking, well, you know what? Maybe they've increased my credit limit, and so it's showing as that I opened up a new account. But then I start thinking, well, that's odd because I haven't really seen, I check my credit cards and pay my credit cards every month in full. I never carry a balance. And I didn't see any changes. And so I said, let me look into it a little bit more. And so what I did is I went into the actual credit monitoring website. I went to both of them. And I was looking at just this new account that they're talking about that I opened up. And I'm looking at the account, and I'm thinking, I don't know this account. And what was even worse is I saw the credit limit. The credit limit was $15,000, and it was maxed out. It was $14,850. That's what was spent. And then I looked at when was the account opened. The account was opened a day that I was in Colombia. So I wasn't even in the US at the time. It was the day before I came back home. And usually for the credit bureaus, it takes a little bit of time for it to actually show up on your account. And so it was about a week that it took to show up on my account. And so that's when I got the notifications. And so there was a number there, and this is good. Credit monitoring generally, even if you pull your credit, you're going to see your credit cards, and generally they will provide you with a number. So if you have questions, and so I went ahead and took down the number, and I called the bank. Okay, so this is the bank for the credit card, and I told them, hey, I'm looking here on my credit report. It's showing that I have this account that I did not open, and it's showing that this account is $14,850 was spent on this account on this day a week ago. And I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even in the country. And so they said, okay, we'll take a look at it. And so they started pulling my credit, pulling up the credit cards. And I did have credit cards with this bank. I had a couple of credit cards with the bank. They said, well, we don't see anything on our end. I'm saying, well, look, I'm telling you, it's reported by your bank to the credit bureau. I'm looking at it right now. They said, well, we can't find anything. We can't find anything. And I told them, well, look, this is the information. I received your phone number through the credit bureau. So they're telling me that there is an account open and it goes to this number. So anyway, I go back and forth. This person can't help me. Okay, so they send me to another person, like the credit monitoring for that bank, which can't really help me because the credit monitoring for that bank, I don't have credit monitoring through that bank. It was another bank. And so I'm going back and forth, but I'm not getting anywhere. So I end up calling them back. So they send me to the credit monitoring. Credit monitoring can't help me. And so then I had to call them back. So I called the bank back. I said, look, you guys sent me to credit monitoring. Credit monitoring can't help me in this situation. I need to find out what's going on with this account. And so luckily, when I called the second time, that person, because I gave them the information that I had. Now understand, I don't have a physical credit card in front of me, so I don't have the number of the credit card. All I have is the information that's provided by the credit bureau. So I have their letters, and so I gave them the letters that showed up on there, and then I had number, like a 6-digit number, but looked like it was like the first 6 digits of the credit card. And luckily, the second person was able to tell me that this is coming from a retailer. So it's a credit card through a retailer. So you go, let's say you go to a department store and you sign up for a credit card. That is what this credit card was. And so they said, well, there's a different credit company that you need to deal with. So even though it's our bank, we have another credit card company that you need to deal with, is the retailer credit card company. And so they gave me the number to that retailer credit card. And so I went ahead and called that number. Now, interestingly enough, you call that number, and what are they asking for? An account number. I don't know an account number. This is not my credit card. I did not sign up for this. And so I don't have that information. And so they just keep, and it's AI, it's automated. So it's not like you're just talking to a live person. And so I'm trying to talk to a live person, hitting operator or hitting the zero. This is not doing anything. They're asking me, okay, well, last 4 digits of your social security number. I put that in there. It doesn't do anything. And so now I'm just going in circles, and then eventually it just hangs up on me. And so then I call the bank back. I say, look, you guys gave me this number, but I can't get through because I don't have an account number and it doesn't recognize the last 4 digits of my social security number. And the bank said, we're sorry, we can't help you. You have to go through this credit card office, the retailer credit card office, in order to have this addressed. And I said, well, what am I going to do? Like, I can't get through. And then I tell them, can you guys call them and let them know, hey, there's a situation here. This person is saying that they didn't sign up for this credit card. Now you would think that this bank has a relationship with this retailer, because when you receive this retailer credit card, the bank is on there as well. And just give you an example, let's say if it was Chase or Citi or the information would be there. But this person said, no, you have to go through them. That's our policy. We don't contact them, whatever. So I'm saying, okay, that's fine. And so I went ahead, I called them back, and I was trying everything I could to at least talk to an operator. And I couldn't talk to an operator, so it hung up on me again. So I said, you know what? I'm done with this. What I'll do is usually when you sign up for a credit card, they will give you a number that you could call just in case you get denied or if you have questions and things like that. Now, it's another part of the office, but at least I'll be able to talk to someone. And so that's what I did. And so I was able to talk to someone. I told them, look, this is a situation. I didn't sign up for this credit card, but it's showing that someone spent almost $15,000 on this credit card. And so long story short, they were able to at least pause it for right there. So they couldn't spend any more money. And then they opened up an investigation. And then it took about a month before I received a phone call from someone saying that they just wanted to ask me more information. And so I went ahead and gave them more information. And then about 3 weeks after that, they said that you're not responsible for this, and they just wiped it clean. But it was an ordeal. Now, luckily, I had credit monitoring, because the worst case scenario could have been is if I didn't have credit monitoring, I would have had no idea that someone signed up for a credit card under my name and used all of my information. I wouldn't have known. And the first time that I would have found out about it is it would have been delinquent, and they would be calling me saying, you owe $15,000. And I'm thinking, what do you mean I owe $15,000? And so having credit monitoring saved me in this situation, because I was able to catch it before they started, sending me bills saying that I owed the money. And realistically, the bills wouldn't have even gone to me because the address wasn't the same address as mine. And so it would have gone somewhere else, and I would have been delinquent, and it would have impacted my credit. Actually, it impacted my credit already because they ran it up. They ran it up to almost 15,000. And so the credit to debt ratio changed. And so it impacted my credit. And so my advice to everyone, get credit monitoring. And if you can get it through a credit card or get it through your bank, get credit monitoring, because it will save you in situations like this. And then also, I even went a step further through Experian. I went ahead and I paused my credit, and I had to pay a little bit for that. It's like $3 or $4 per month, but you can pause your credit so no one can open up a new account under your name. Because what I know now is all of my information is out there. My name, my social security, all of that stuff is out there because they needed that stuff in order to sign up for this credit card. And so now that I've paused my account, no one can open up a credit card. I can't even open up a credit card, or let alone buy a car or a house, without unpausing my credit. It's easy to unpause your credit. I mean, all you need to do is go to the website, go to the Experian website, and you can just unpause it. And whatever, if you want to sign up for a credit card, unpause it, sign up for that credit card, and then pause it again right after you're done. And so I just wanted to share this with you guys. I mean, there are scammers that are out there, and they're getting better and better with how they're able to get your information and sign up for credit cards and stuff like this. I don't even know to the extent. I wish, I don't even know if they would give me that information, but I want to know how they actually did it. And did they just go into a store and spend $14,800 or $500? And I think about it like this. I have credit cards, and usually if I'm spending a lot, they will send me something, okay, we need to verify that it's you. They won't just let me spend and spend it to the max. And so it was just interesting to me that they were able to spend that much money. And then in a short period of time, we're talking about a week, they were able to max out the credit card, and this retailer allowed them to do it. I just thought that was interesting. I don't know if they actually showed up at a place or they used a website and purchased stuff online, but still, if you purchase stuff online, it has to be sent somewhere. And so, like I said, I just wanted to share that with you. I wanted to wait until it was finalized because I didn't want to give you information and not tell you what happened in the end. But in the end, yes, they did honor and say that they realized it wasn't me. This is the first time that I've had some stuff go on with my accounts before, but usually it was on a lower level, $1,000 or something like that. I've never seen anything like this, almost $15,000 that they charged to my account. I've never seen that before. And generally, it's an account that I own. This situation was an account that they signed up for and they got approved for. So that was a first. And I'll say one more thing before I go. I always use my credit cards, okay? I don't use my debit cards unless I'm taking out cash, and I generally don't take out that much cash. So for all of my purchases, I'm putting it on a credit card. Now, the reason that I started doing that is to earn points. But what I realized is it's better to use credit cards than to use a debit card. And the reason for that is a debit card is tied to your bank account. And so let's just run this scenario. If I'm using my debit card and they were able to get access to my debit card, then guess what? They can take out all the money from my bank account. Now, sure, the bank will open up an investigation and they will go ahead and give me my money back, but it's still a hassle. And there could be a couple of days where I don't have the money that I need in that account to pay all my bills. And so I very, very rarely use my debit card, and that's only for taking money out. I never use it when I go to a restaurant, or I never use it when I go anywhere to pay for something, because I'm trying to protect that account. When it comes to your credit cards, it's a little bit different. It's not tied to your bank account. And so if you do see something that's gone on, you can just call your credit card company and tell them, look, I didn't spend this $15,000, so you guys can open up an investigation, but this is not my money. And then they will go ahead and do their investigation, but it's not tied to my bank account. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more. Also, I want you guys to share your stories with me. If you've had a situation where someone has done something and, fraudulent, and they took money out of your bank account and stuff like that, let me know in the comments below. Talk to you guys in the next one. Bye. So that's all we have for this video. Make sure if you guys want to send me an email, you can do that, david@thetecshow.com. Like the video, subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.